Yeah. Good evening, everyone, and welcome back again into the meeting room. Okay, so we were looking at the dollar index. So for the longer run, we are anticipating that dollar index gonna rise to the upside. Yeah, so we are still bullish on this pair. And when we look at the lower time frame, we can see the corrective move is forming. Okay, the corrective move which we were anticipating is forming. Okay, so it can come up to this trend line and can rise back to the upside again. So for the longer run, once price gonna hit the trend line, we will look for the upside for the longer run. Okay, but you can trade on lower time frame for short period of time. Okay, you can see this is corrective move. This is not aggressive move to the downside. So corrective move, something like the previous one. Okay, something like the previous moves. Okay, you guys can see that. So this is the corrective move and continuation. Corrective move and continuation. Okay, so this corrective move can come up to the trend line, longer term trend line. Okay, it can come up to the trend line and it can rise or it can break to the upside from the current price as well. Okay, so we will look for the price action on lower time frame, what we're going to see over there. Okay, so for short period of time we can see trend continuation pattern was forming over there. Okay, and trend continuation pattern was forming over there you can see breaking to the downside. Trend continuation pattern forming over there, ABC move and breaking down, flag breaking down. Okay, so still this is a corrective move to the upside, so it can further break to the downside. Whenever price gonna hit to the lower trend line, watch for the impulse. Okay, impulse can appear at the lower trend line. Okay, so once impulse will appear, it will break through this corrective move. Okay, to the upside, same like this. Okay, corrective trend continuation pattern forming, breaking to the downside. Corrective trend continuation pattern forming, breaking to the downside. Yeah, so this kind of impulse may appear over there. Yeah, and then continuation pattern and continuation to the upside. Okay, so this kind of impulse may appear over there at any time, and once that impulse gonna appear, it may break through this short-term corrective move to the downside. Okay, so whenever price come close to the lower trend line, watch price action at the lower trend line. If this kind of impulse emerge here, okay, it will break this corrective move to the upside. All right, and gonna give us indication that it is going to continue. If this kind of impulse do not appear here at the lower trend line, then just keep selling to the lower trend line, up to lower trend line. Okay, okay, just keep selling. Whenever price form corrective uptrend, look for sell. If again start to form corrective uptrend move, look for sell. Okay, so same like these moves, these corrective move. Okay, so it will give you enough indication that it is going to change the direction. Okay, so this is how you can trade on this corrective uptrend. Okay, so same like the other pair, we will look at the other pair, same like this technique, the USD chief. Okay, so on USD chief we will also look for buy to the upside. These two pairs are correlated with each other. Okay, so we will look for this move to the upside. Okay, so the move we can see over there is corrective. Okay, and the impulsive move may appear to the upside. The first target gonna be within this channel or the top, the first target, and the second target gonna be the upper trend line, the bigger upper trend line. Yeah, if you look at the weekly, you can see over there. Okay, so the bigger trend line gonna be the second target. Okay, the pattern is forming over there. You guys can see same like the dollar index. Yeah, price just forming impulsive short-term impulsive move and then corrective move, forming impulsive move and forming corrective move. impulsive and corrective. Okay, so it can come up to this place, to the lower trend line. Even it can form new lows. Okay, it can further push to the downside. So we will look for the up move. We will not look for the short, bearish move, or we will not look for the sell. We will look for the buy setup. All right. So the pattern we can see over there, it is forming something like falling wedge, which is a trend continuation pattern. Okay, so this trend continuation pattern, it is forming. Okay, so you guys know that this is the trend continuation pattern or trend reversal pattern. Okay, so the short-term trend to the downside, and we are looking for the reversal to the upside. Or if you are relying on this impulse, then this is the continuation pattern. Okay, same like Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar, if you guys remember that trend continuation pattern. Okay, so we will look for upside, same like the previous one. Okay, if this kind of impulse appear over there, somewhere here at the lower trend line, and if you can catch that impulse on your lower time frame like 30-minute, 1 hour, 15-minute, then you can join that impulse early. All right, and if you can't read that impulse, or you can't pick that impulse early, then you can wait for the continuation pattern. Okay, so continuation pattern is most of the time there, so you can catch the continuation pattern. Okay, so same like this bearish continuation pattern. Okay, you may see that trend continuation pattern over there. So try to watch the bottom. Okay, try to watch the bottom for the upside. So if dollar index start to rise, then this pair will also start to rise to the upside. Okay, and the next pair is USD CAD. I will try to finish the dollar pair first with the dollar index. Okay, so we can see up move has just begun. All right, it is not going to break through, and it is not going to continue to the downside. All right, so we are looking for this move, at least at least the previous high. Yeah, once price gonna hit the previous high, we will watch for the price action over there. Either it is going to hit the upper trend line or are going to reverse. Okay, so remember, whenever price gonna hit the top trend line or upper trend line, we will look for sell. Okay, we will look for sell. We can see this is corrective trend continuation pattern. Okay, so we are not looking to trade on this pair based on the fundamentals or news or something like that. Yeah, so we are looking to trade on this pair based on the pattern and based on the indication. Yeah, and the pattern is saying that it is forming a corrective trend continuation pattern to the downside. Yeah, so whenever price gonna hit the top, we will look for sell. Okay, so what kind of price action or trend continuation pattern you guys need to watch? Okay, you guys need to watch for the trend continuation pattern on lower time frame. Okay, so although it is forming ascending broadening wedge, which means that price can fall to the downside rather than going to continue to the upside. Okay, so it can fall back up to let me show you the idea first, so that we can recall the idea. What was the idea? Okay, so this was the idea. So so we need to watch for continuation patterns up to around 50 or 40 or something like that. Yeah, 30, some 50 or 40% of the previous trend, and then we're going to look for the continuation. But the pattern we can see over there is not a trend continuation pattern. Okay, it is forming wedge. Okay, so this wedge, it can break to the downside and then can continue to the upside. So if it will do something like that, if it will do something like that, then we will look for upside. Okay, the pattern is forming over there. So this is the 1 hour 240, yeah, 240 time frame. Okay, so this is the pattern forming over there. Okay, so we can see into this pattern. Okay, bearish move isn't strong enough, which gonna push to the downside, further to the downside. Okay, this move is corrective move, something like your flag, yeah, and it can break to the upside. All right, so if price hit the top, you can see this is ascending broadening wedge, yeah. So if price hit the top, do not break down and fall back, then look for sell, look for buy to the upside once price gonna hit the, for example, if you are using your fib lines, something like this, yeah. So watch this area, something like your 40 or 50% of your fib, yeah. So try to buy somewhere here, okay, rather than buying at this place. Okay, if you will look for buy setup at the current price, then your stop loss not gonna be reasonable. Okay, so if you will use your stop loss somewhere here, if you will buy and you use your stop loss somewhere here, then your stop loss isn't safe. Yeah, price can stop you out. Okay, so stop you out and then can continue. We have spoken about this scenario many times ago. Yeah, so the reasons to buy somewhere here, you can use reasonable stop, or your stop loss gonna be safe enough. Okay, if price break to the downside, then it means price is going to change the structure. Okay, if price stop you out, then it means it is going to change the bigger structure, yeah, the weekly structure, and the impulse is going to be invalidated. All right, so try to buy as much low as you can somewhere higher. If you fail to catch this move, this impulse, okay, and if you if price do not come close to the point which I'm showing you somewhere here, and started to continue to the upside, then it is better to wait for the price to come close to the top and then look for sell rather than looking for buy for this much. Okay, so it is basically the, based on your risk. It depends on your risk. If you want to take risk from the current price, you can take the risk, but chances to be successful to the upside is less, rather than looking to buy somewhere here if price come up to this point. Okay, potential of the trade and risk both gonna be, you know potential gonna be reasonable, and the risk you are taking is safe. Okay, if price breakdown, it is going to change the structure. So once price hit the top, look for sell. Okay, so the next pair is New Zealand and dollar. All right, so this does not mean if market is moving, you just guys need to get into that trade. Okay, this is not the point. The point is, where is the safe place to get into the market, and chances to be successful are high over there. The trade can move into your favor. That is the point. Okay, So if move has already moved a lot in the pattern, you guys don't need to take that opportunity. Okay, the chances to be unsuccessful gonna high. Same like the oil. If you guys remember that we have spoken about the oil, yeah. Okay, so we can see it is forming trend reversal pattern over the upper trend line, yeah. So the move we are looking is this, yeah, to the downside. We can see the up move is corrective. Okay, so this up move is corrective. This up move is not an impulsive move which gonna continue to the upside. Okay, so if dollar index started to rise, USD chief started to rise, USD CAD started to rise, then this pair will also gonna fall, yeah. So we can see this sign, this pattern is reversal sign to the downside. Also you guys can see over there indications are also pointing to the downside. Okay, so this pattern is not saying that price gonna fall to the downside, yeah. This pattern is saying that once price gonna hit the bottom, it can rise back to the upside. This is basically your something like flat or descending channel. Okay, so trend, something like trend continuation pattern to the upside. So fall to the downside is corrective, not strong impulsive. Okay, so the pattern I'm talking about is this, yeah. Okay, if you guys remember that in last meeting we have spoken about this pattern, yeah. So if price started to form trend reversal pattern here, we will look for downside, if you guys remember that. So we can see it is forming trend reversal pattern over there. If price started to rise again to the upside and form a new high, then look for sell to the downside. Okay, if you guys remember that when this pattern was forming, we were looking into the downside, yeah. When this pattern was forming, we were looking to the downside. Okay, when this pattern was forming, we were looking to the downside. Right, so same pattern is just forming over there. Once hit the upper trend line, look for sell. Okay, so the first target gonna be the previous low, and if price form new low, then keep your trade up to this place. Okay, so this is corrective move to the upside. We are looking breakdown of this corrective move to the downside. Right, so this move is same like this corrective move, this corrective up move. Okay, so you guys can see how many patterns were formed over there. Let me point it out to you so that you guys can understand what kind of pattern was forming over there. Yeah, so these patterns were behaving again in the same way. If you can read them correctly, then you can get the idea which direction they are going to move. Okay, the first pattern we can see was trend continuation pattern. This trend continuation pattern, yeah. So here at this place, price started to form trend reversal pattern, broken out, formed trend reversal pattern here, formed continuation pattern here. Okay, so we can see price formed trend reversal pattern here, broken out, formed impulse and trend reversal pattern here, yeah. And again started to form trend reversal pattern here, and that trend reversal pattern broken out correctively and broken down with impulse, yeah, and formed again trend reversal pattern, giving an indication that price can rise to the upside. So again price is forming trend reversal pattern here. So let me point these patterns on lower time frames so that you guys can understand these patterns, right? Then we're going to look at the next one, next pair. All right. Okay, so trend reversal pattern formed with the divergence broken out with impulse, form trend continuation pattern. Broken out with impulse continuation. Okay, so formed trend reversal pattern here again, and reversing the trend to the upside. Formed trend reversal pattern at the top, broken down continuation to the downside. Yeah, formed trend reversal pattern here, broken out with the impulse and continuation to the upside. Okay, so you guys remember that we were trading in these patterns. Okay, yeah, we will talk about those stuff on Monday. We will talk about those stuff on Monday. Yeah, so this was the reversal pattern to the downside again. Yeah, and this one is one another trend reversal pattern formed at the bottom. Yeah, and now we can see it is forming over there. Okay, so look for sell here. Yeah, price come up to that place. Look for sell. All right, guys. So this is how you can read these patterns. So patterns are forming over there, giving you a sense of direction, which direction they're gonna go. Okay, so USDN. So we can see it is forming trend reversal pattern, a trend continuation pattern over there. Yeah, so the pattern I have asked you to guys look for. Okay, so now we will look for breakout. The first target gonna be on this pair is the previous high. Yeah, the idea we posted was this. Okay, so we can see it is tight flag, or you can say sharp correction back to the previous strong trend. It will break to the upside. So first target gonna be the previous high. Yeah, up to this place. Okay, so price has broken out the corrective move to the downside. Yeah, so we are looking for the continuation at this place to the upside, and if price resists at this place, then we will look for the price action here. Either it is going to break through to the upside or going to reverse. Okay, so it has broken out. Okay, so this corrective move. So there were a couple of trades set up on lower time frame to the downside. You guys can read those trade setup on lower time frame. Yeah, okay, so this was the continuation pattern, this was the continuation pattern, this was the continuation pattern, and this was also a continuation pattern to the downside. Yeah, so we can see price was forming falling wedge. Yeah, falling wedge, and that falling wedge has broken out with impulse. Okay, now forming continuation pattern. Okay, so this continuation pattern hasn't complete yet. So you know watch for the price, so it can come and test this place, or even it can test the bottom again. So if you are looking to buy it, make sure you are using stop loss just behind the previous low. Okay, so the best place to buy as much low as you can buy, right? So rather than getting early into the trade, so first of all, you guys need to think where your stop loss is safe. Okay, if your stop loss is safe, then you don't need to be worried about your trade. Okay, so the first target gonna be the top. Okay, the top. Those who already bought, then they, a good luck to them. Okay, so keep your trade open, move on break even. So the next pair I will look for pound dollar. Okay, so we can see impulse is over there. Yeah, so last week we were anticipating break to the upside, if you guys remember that. Yeah, we were anticipating continuation pattern here and continuation to the upside. Okay, so we got breakout over there, gap over there, market open with gap last week. Okay, so your impulse invalidated when price formed gap downside, impulse invalidated. So we need new impulse for the confirmation that price is going to reverse. New impulse was farming over there. Yeah, and correction is underway. You guys can see that we were anticipating correction, this trend continuation pattern. That is the reason I was asking you guys, don't chase the running candles. Yeah, don't chase the running candles. All right, so correction is underway. You guys can see this correction is forming trend continuation pattern. All right, so we can see there was a flag, and that flag broken out with corrective up move, but did not continue to the upside, and then broken down to the downside. Okay, if we look at the 1 hour time frame, we can identify this. Yeah, so the move was this breakout. Everyone can see that this is not a way to start to the upside. Okay, so you guys, those who bought this pair at somewhere here, okay, they need to understand that this is not a continuation to the upside. Yeah, this is continuation to the downside, so broken down. Okay, so this is the place you guys need to watch for the next week. Okay, this is the place you guys need to watch for the next week. It can form flat channel, all right, flat channel, and then can continue to the upside. Okay, so look for as much low as you can for the upside. Okay, look for trade setup as much low as you can. Those who are already into this, those who already bought this pair, stay into the trade. Yeah, okay, so momentum is very strong over there, and impulse is very strong over there. At the moment, it seems to me that it is forming triangle and breaking through. Okay, so if breakout strong enough and clear, then look for upside for the breakout. Remember, if you are looking to buy based on breakout, then it can change its formation, guys. It can change its formation, so you guys need to remember this thing as well. If you are looking to buy based on breakout, impulse, trend continuation pattern, and breakout, okay, remember this can change its formation. Why it can change its formation? Okay, you can see it has already moved more than 60% of the pattern. Okay, it has already moved more than 60% of the move, so we are looking for this move. Okay, once price gonna hit the top, we will watch for the price action. Are either going to come back again or going to continue to the upside. Okay, so those who are looking for the breakout entry, be careful, it can reverse back to the bottom again, and if so, then you gonna be out from the market. All right, so best thing is to look for buy as much low as you guys can. Okay, so the first buy setup at the lower trend line. Okay, and if price further push to the downside, then try to buy as much low as you can. Okay, so this pair has already moved a lot. All right, so the first short we were anticipating from this point, guys. Okay, if you remember, and if you don't remember that, then I'll show you. Yeah, so this wave, this down wave, we were anticipating this move to the downside. Yeah, we can see that price exactly went to the downside, yeah, and then started to bounce. We were anticipating this bounce to the upside from the bottom. Okay, so let me remind you the previous stuff so that we can look for what's now, what we can do now, what we need to watch. Okay, so you can see impulse is very strong over there. Yeah, so the trade setup we can get on this pair is for short term to the upside, short term to the upside. Yeah, so the trade we can get up to this trend line. Yeah, okay, so the pattern we can see over there is trend reversal pattern. Okay, price can break down and can come down again to the downside, and if this corrective move come or something like bigger correction appears over there, then potential gonna be much bigger. Okay, so we can see on 4-hour time frame it can form much bigger correction. Okay, so it has already moved a lot. All right, so the trade we will get on this pair is this. So for that, correction is required, something like this. Yeah, so we got this corrective trend continuation pattern over there. If you guys remember, this is the USD CAD. You got the correction back over there. Yeah, so this pair has already moved a lot. Okay, so the correction we were anticipating, we got this correction. The correction was very tight. Okay, was very tight and broken out to the upside with aggressive candles. Okay, so we got this. You can see over this corrective move on 4-hour time frame, but you can see on 1-hour time frame clearly. Yeah, so this corrective move, we got that corrective move and broken out to the upside with strong impulse. Okay, so this move has already moved a lot, and if you are still looking to buy on this pair, you need to wait for the correction back. Okay, so bigger correction, something like 4-hour time frame correction. Okay, so then look for upside. So upside potential is getting smaller. Okay, so we are looking for the triangle. Okay, so we are still looking same like that. Yeah, triangle. Okay, so potential is smaller over there. Yeah, so those who are not into this trade, we need a bigger correction to the downside before getting into this wave which has already begun. Okay, and then you can watch for the price action here. Either it is going to reverse back or going to continue to the upside. Okay, so next pair is pound Australian dollar. Yeah, so same like the other one. Okay, so same like the pound and dollar. Okay, so you can see over there on pound and dollar this move which broken out, this corrective move on dollar pound broken to the downside. Yeah, so if this corrective flag break to the downside, look for buy at somewhere here, okay, to the upside, the continuation to the upside. So pattern gonna form something, the flat, the flag or channel. Okay, so on this formation. Okay, so I'm showing you where is the good place to buy rather than buying at the current price. If you buy from the current price, your stop loss not gonna be reasonable, and if you will use tight stop loss, more likely be gonna stop out, and price can continue to the upside after kicking you out from market. All right, so this is corrective move to the upside. Okay, so it can break to the downside, and if so, 1 2 3 or ABC. Okay, so upside. All right, so the pattern we are looking something like this. Yeah, all right, so the first target gonna be this, so triangle. Okay, triangle. Once price gonna hit this place, we're gonna watch by the price action. So it seems to me that price gonna break through to the upside. More likely be price gonna break to the upside. Highly unlikely. We may see breakout. Yeah, this place. We may see breakout this place. Okay, so we will try to catch this move. Putting stop loss just behind. Okay, so it can come up to this place. So the potential is high. So move may appear something like this, fellows. Okay, so keep your eyes on lower time frame. Okay, so if you guys remember that the last move we were anticipating to the downside from somewhere here. Okay, so the last move we're anticipating down near the under this trend line. Yeah, so we will watch price action again once price gonna hit this trend line in future. Okay, so we will watch price action again once price gonna hit this trend line. So this is the structure, this is the pattern price is forming at the moment. Okay, so we will watch price action here again. Either it is going to break through or going to reverse to the downside again. So Euro USD isn't ready. It is forming corrective move to the upside. Yeah, and it can break to the downside. We can see it is forming corrective move to the upside. Yeah, I'm not looking for a big move on this pair at the moment. Okay, but remember again, same like USD chief, right, or USD sorry, dollar index. Okay, so keep that structure into mind. Let me show you what I'm saying, what I mean. Okay, okay, so keep tracking this trend line. So once price started to form impulsive move to the downside, then try to catch that impulse. Okay, this is corrective move. Okay, so it can break to the downside, same like the dollar index. We are looking for big move to the upside on dollar index and USD CHF. Okay, dollar and chief. So same like this, if corrective this top price started to form impulsive move to the upside, then try to catch your impulse at this point. Okay, price can break to the downside, this corrective move, and this kind of impulse I'm anticipating on this pair. All right, so the structure is something like the same with the dollar index. Okay, price is coming close to this bigger trend line, okay, correctively. All right, so we are looking for the continuation to the downside on dollar index and this pair as well. All right, so this is corrective move to the upside. All right, so whenever price claim to the upside, try to look for downside. Okay, try to look for downside, although these are corrective moves, same like the dollar index. Yeah, so we can see this pattern formed over there on dollar index as well. If you guys remember that, here is bullish and there is bearish, and form flag after this pattern over there. Yeah, if you don't remember that, then let me bring back that pattern to you. Okay, so here was bearish and here is bullish. Okay, so here is bearish, here is bullish. All right, and after this pattern we can see corrective move flag to the upside, and here is to the downside. All right, so this is forming also again corrective move. It can cling to the upside, so it can come up to the downside. So we are looking for the big move to the upside on dollar index, and same like bigger move to the downside here on euro dollar. Okay, so we can see same like this. Yeah, this move. All right, so we are anticipating this move here. Once price hit this place, and we're gonna look for upside. Once price gonna hit this place, we're gonna look for downside. All right, so this is corrective move to the downside, this is corrective move to the upside. All right, so you can see correlation is over there on these two pairs. Any question? So far so good, yeah? Is it all right, guys? Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, so you got the idea how to read these two pairs. So Uzi Chief, all right, so I have posted idea on this pair. All right, guys, so let me bring back the previous idea. Yeah, so we posted somewhere here and price was hitting the top. I think it was on weekly time frame. Okay, so we are looking big move to the downside. So whenever price gonna climb up, hit the top, we are short, and once gonna hit the lower trend line, we will look for upside. So we are basically price is running into these ranges. Yeah, so we are trading in these ranges. So this was the weekly. Okay, so this was weekly. We are looking for the big move to the downside. So the last move we were looking was this. Okay, this move. We got this move. Price formed a flat trend, tested the flat trend line, and we can see this forming expanding triangle. All right, so forming expanding triangle, we can see, guys. All right, so the move we got is this. Yeah, come on, we got this move. Okay, we were looking for this move, and then when price hit the bottom we were looking this move on this continuation pattern. Yeah, now we are looking for this move. Okay, so those who are looking to sell early, just you know, you can sell early but try to watch for the price action rather than just getting into the market. Okay, just getting into the market based on your imaginations. Okay, so watch for the price action, candlestick patterns, or candlestick formation, candlestick pattern formation. What kind of candlestick pattern formation is over there? Either trend continuation, trend reversal, what? Okay, so try to sell based on the price action rather than based on the imagination. Okay, so we can see it is forming something like channel over there. Yeah, so channel same like the previous one. Yeah, so Nali, you need to attend Monday meeting. Yeah, we will talk about those things as well. So you need to look those kind of stuff as well. So then you will understand what you need to watch over there, what you need to understand once price hit the reversal point, what kind of price action you need to watch. We will talk about those stuff. All right. So that stuff is much gonna give you enough information how you guys can see price action once price hit to your reversal trend reversal point. Okay, so try to be there on Monday. So currently we can see it is forming something like ascending channel, and ascending channel is trend reversal pattern, same like the bottom one. Yeah, so okay, so you guys know how to deal this channel. Okay, you guys know how to deal this trend reversal channel. When it will form corrective pattern, it means it is going to continue. Yeah, it will form impulse, and once it will started to form again corrective up move, it means it is going to continue with the previous trend. And once it will start to form impulse, then it means it is going to change the direction. Okay, here same, we can see same formation is over there, is forming pattern like this. It means it can push further to the upside. All right, and whenever it will hit the top we will look for upside. We will look for downside, so same like this one. Yeah, whenever price will hit the lower trend line we were looking to the upside. We were we, we were waiting for the impulsive move. Okay, so we got the impulsive move here. Okay, so it can further push to the upside, and from the top it can generate impulse to the downside, and then continuation to the downside. So it's really easy to figure out what kind of formation is over there, because you guys can read the corrective moves and impulsive move. Okay, so you can read the corrective move and impulsive move. So this move was impulsive, this move was okay, so this move was impulsive, and this move was impulsive. So in one more impulsive move may appear or may not. If not, then continuation pattern. Okay, then continuation pattern is required, same like this one. Okay, so let me show you if I can get that continuation pattern quickly. The previous one, when it was farming, shown that continuation pattern many times to you, if I'm not wrong. Not in these folders. Come on. Yeah, this picture was before the continuation pattern formation. Okay, this picture was before the continuation pattern. We got continuation pattern up to this place. Yeah. All right, so this was the image. All right, so we got continuation pattern, but that continuation pattern came up to this place, wasn't hit the bit lower place. All right, so again, if come up to the top, this is your sell place. All right, those who sold here, some of you sold here, I think Mike sold here, good luck, man, you did well. Okay, so if broken down at the current price, continuation required, same like the previous one. Okay, so and if do not break, then look for sell at the top and anticipate continue impulsive break to the downside. The pattern you can read over there is forming same like the previous one. Yeah, so no doubt about that. All right. Okay, so I have spoken about the USD TRY on that day as well. So the move I'm looking for is not for the longer run, it's just for the shorter period of time. And the last one was this. And yeah, so last one was this. Yeah, so this move broken out to the upside. All right, so we will look for buy again once price gonna come close to the previous low. We will look for buy again on this, but be careful. Yeah, be careful on this pair at the moment, because it seems to me that this is the corrective move to the upside. Yeah, and this move has broken down. We're gonna watch price action here at the previous one. Okay, previous at the previous low. If we will see some nice price action at the previous low, then we will look for buy. Okay, I'm anticipating that price gonna test the top again. This top price gonna test this top again. All right, so I will look for upside once price hit the previous low. On gold, I'm still short on the gold. Okay, I'm not looking for any big change to the upside. I'm still anticipating that we're gonna get at least price gonna hit this previous low. Okay, remember, if the dollar index corrective move started to break to the upside, then this will also break down. Okay, so big move I'm looking for to the downside. Okay, but if you want to trade on lower time frame, you can see over there. Yes, so small change into the previous trend. We can see small changes there into the previous trend. Previous trend has broken down. Yeah, previous trend broken down and start to form corrective trend continuation pattern over there. Okay, but the price behavior we can see over there, it is not saying that price gonna continue to the downside. Okay, the price action we can see over there is not saying that it is going to continue to the downside. Yeah, so watch this place. Okay, watch this place. If price resist at this place, do not break out, then it can fall from this point. Okay, so if you are looking for short term short trade like 30-minute, all right, for short period of time, then try to look for trade within these corrective candle and corrective moves. Okay, once price come close to this trend line, look for upside. Okay, same like the previous one, so look for upside. Okay, and even it can break and form a new high. Watch price action this. If break above, it can further push to the upside. So further push to the upside can come up to the trend line. The trend line is this, yeah, can come up to this trend line. So if breakup, the breakup can come up to this trend line. So move still is up to the upside is corrective. Okay, move to the upside is corrective. It, whenever it will break, it will give move to the downside. All right, you can see impulse, correction, next impulse, and correction and next impulse. Okay, so 5-wave structure. Okay, so that is the reason we are looking for the downside at least up to the previous low. Okay, this move is corrective to the upside. All right, so any other pair, guys? Any other pair? So cat chief, we can see broken to the downside. All right, so we were looking sell at the top, broken down. For continuation to the downside, we need to watch for the continuation pattern. We can see impulses over there. Okay, impulse is over there for me, so we need continuation pattern at this place for continuation to the downside. If continuation pattern appear over there, same like the Eurocat gonna rise, this pair gonna fall. Okay, so the update I have posted over there, we need this continuation pattern. Okay, we can see impulses over there. So those who miss this trade, no worry, good luck. Yeah, no, watch for the continuation pattern. If continuation pattern appear, then we're gonna look for the continuation to the downside. Okay, and if we don't get the continuation pattern over there, we gonna see some impulsive sign somewhere here, then we will look for short-term upside. Euro New Zealand, all right. Let me look at the Euro New Zealand. Okay, I'll look at that as well. Okay, so this is basically the bigger picture. Okay, impulse then started to form a trend continuation pattern. You guys can see it is very clear, yeah, and a lot of divergences over there on your indications, yeah, and the move may appear to the upside. Right, so this move is for the bigger run, yeah. So for the lower time frame, when we look at the lower structure, lower time frame, we can see trend reversal pattern is forming over there, yeah, and broken to the upside. So if you guys remember the last time when I spoke into the on this pair into the group, was sells at this place, placing your stop loss just behind, yeah, we're looking to the downside. So okay, so if you are looking to buy from current price, your stop loss not gonna be reasonable. All right, so try to buy whenever price come close to the bottom. All right, so we can see trend reversal pattern is over there, so look for upside whenever price come close to the bottom. All right, and first trade gonna be within this expanding triangle. Okay, the first target gonna be within this expanding triangle. So let me bring back the last image, the last picture, so that you guys can get the idea. Okay, this was the last one, last image, yeah. This move this way we were looking, and we now we are looking for the upside from this point. Okay, so if you guys are looking to buy, so price has just came close to this point and this point, yeah, and forming trend reversal point. You all guys can see that the pattern is a reversal, not a continuation to the downside. Okay, so look for buy setup as much low as you can. Okay, so this is the trend So those who are looking for some trend continuation pattern in this corrective structure, you more likely gonna be stopped out, guys. Don't try to do that. Yeah, if you are looking something like continuation pattern here, don't do that. You're not gonna get that move to the upside somewhere here. Okay, so impulse or continuation pattern, you're not gonna get moved to the upside. Okay, this is not how you need to look at the structure. Okay, so you need to look at this whole structure. What is the whole structure? So don't rely on these, small candles. Don't try to buy based on these candles. Okay, more likely be gonna stop out. Okay, you may be stopped out from the market. So the best place is to buy once price hit the bottom. Okay, so what you can do what if price come close to the bottom, what you can do here, you can manage your stop loss well. And if you will buy somewhere here, where you're gonna place your stop loss. Okay, for example, if you will buy here, you are thinking that price has broken out this corrective channel to the upside with impulse, and you will buy here at this place, and you're gonna place stop loss within this corrective structure, within this move. And okay, so if you will place your stop loss just above this previous low, then more likely you're gonna stop out. You're not gonna get the move. Okay, price can fall and stop you out, and then can push to the upside again. So better to look for buy whenever price come close to the lower trend line. Okay, whenever price come close to the lower trend line, look for buy setup. And in case if price do not continue to the upside, watch for the price action, watch for the behavior, close your trade and wait for the again, so that price gonna hit the bottom, and then again look for the upside. Okay, so this is how you can manage your stop loss, and you can manage your entry. Okay, so if you are looking some breakout setups within these corrective moves, you know gonna get the move. You may get one or two trades and small trades, but most of the time you will be stopped out. Okay, you're gonna lose the trade. Okay, so for example, if we look at the lower time frame, so if you are looking these kind of continuation, okay, then you're not gonna get the move to the upside. If you are looking impulse and continuation, impulse and continuation, okay, and if you are looking this something like impulse and continuation, so remember, this may happen to you, this may happen to you, this may happen to you again. So better to buy at the bottom, so that you can manage your trade. So got the idea, Salman, to understand? So trade based on, yeah, Trung, did you understand the euro New Zealand? So I will look at the euro yen quickly. Or so understand, yeah. Oh, come on, man. Just let me know if you understand. If you don't understand, if you didn't understand, then look at the recording. Okay, so I hope you understand. Okay, so now what we gonna do here? First, we are looking for the big move to the downside. If you guys remember that, yeah. So, but last time price has changed the pattern. The pattern was descending, or for ascending, for a rising wedge, but that rising wedge did not continue. Okay, so this was the pattern. This pattern broken down but did not continue. Okay, formed continuation pattern over there but did not continue. Okay, so we can still see prices were respecting the upper trend line. Okay, so price still respecting the upper trend line. Yeah, You guys can see that still respecting the upper trend line. Okay, so it can come up to this place again, and if price come correctively, then look for upside rather than looking for the downside. All right, so look for upside. So at the current price you can sell. Okay, you can sell here at this place. You can sell at this place. So watch for the price action here. So try to sell as much high as you can based on indication, because this entry gonna be based on indication. All right, so when we look at the entry based on indication, that it means you are relying on your indication and you're relying on your pattern and trend lines. Okay, so pattern may change itself, so that gonna be risk taking entry. So try to sell as much high as you can so that you can manage your stop well. All right, so if we look at the lower time frame, we can see price has broken the uptrend, forming a flag, continuation flag, broken down. Yeah, okay, so it can rise again up to the trend line again. Okay, so try to sell here close to the trend line so that you can manage your stop loss. So rather than selling here at the current price, so you will have to give much bigger room if you are looking to sell here at this place. Okay, so for example, if you sell at the current price, if you sell at the current price, so if you will use stop loss within this structure, okay, within this structure, then more chances to be stopped out. Okay, because you can see it is falling correctively. Okay, and this is look like continuation pattern to the upside, and it can rise to the upside. So if it will start to rise to the upside, then you are out from the market. And if you will look for sell setup here at this place, okay, then let me complete the first one. Yeah, so if you will use stop loss within this structure, more likely the price gonna stop you out. And if you will use stop loss just above the previous high, then your stop loss gonna be much bigger. Okay, so safe stop loss gonna be much bigger if you are using just behind the previous high. Okay, so in this case, this entry is gonna be reasonable for you. This stop loss is gonna be reasonable for you. And if you will look at the sell at the high based on price action here at this place, okay, so your stop loss gonna be reasonable and gonna be above the previous high. Your risk reward ratio gonna also be good enough, and if price break this high, then it means it is going to change this structure. Yeah, okay, it is going to change this structure. Okay, this structure, if price break up this trend line, okay, and stop you out, then it is going to change this structure and then gonna form new structure. And once price gonna form new structure, new pattern, you need to analyze again your chart. Okay, so as long as you can see price was running, before that price was running into this structure and change that structure and form the new structure, new channel. And now we are anticipating that price gonna respect this upper trend line, and gonna form this move to the downside. Okay, so for this move, your entry gonna be on with the reasonable stop loss rather than bigger stop loss. So you are talking about the silver. Yeah, so we can see the silver forming corrective up move. Let me explain. So almost picture is seen, yeah. The place I was anticipating. So Trinda, if you remember that yeah, you asked me where you should sell. If you are not wrong, if I'm not wrong, and you remember that when price was somewhere here, you asked me for sell. Or you asked me, or Raphael or Leot, I don't remember the exact name, but I think someone from these three guys asked me. So I asked you, oh, so you don't, okay. So I asked you to look for price action here at this place, yeah, and price was somewhere here. So we can see price is, and you know, is hitting the place we were anticipating. So the idea I posted was this, yeah. So watch for the breakdown. If breakdown come aggressively, then look for sell. So aggressively something like this, and if price do not break down correctively, look, climb up, then this is the place you need to watch. Okay, so the whole place, the whole structure, the whole zone is for reversal, yeah. The whole the whole place is a reversal place, yeah. Price can reverse from this point to the downside. So the move may appear to the downside, guys. Okay, you can see downtrend, price was forming channel, yeah. Corrective move up, impulse, corrective move up, impulse, corrective move up, now impulse must appear to the downside, yeah. Okay, so other things are also favorable here, like your indications, yeah. So combination is there for all that things. So now what you need to do, you need to look for sell as much high as you can, like same like the Australian dollar and Japanese yen. Okay, so rather than trying to sell based on the breakout. Okay, so you can see price running into the channel. Okay, if price climb up, so this is the place you guys need to watch for sell. Okay, so look for sell. If price come close to the lower trend line, do not break, close your trade. Okay, close your trade and wait for the price again to climb up, and watch for the price action here and look for sell. Okay, this is how you need to look for trade within, within the ascending channel and descending channel. Okay, so the whole move is corrective, it will break to the downside, and when it will break, it will form an impulse, and you need to be into that trade once impulse will appear on your, on silver. Okay, understand? Okay, so if you are looking for much trade for a much shorter time, then look for upside rather than looking for sell. Okay, so if you are looking trade setup for short period of time, then don't look for sell, look for upside, because this is the uptrend, this is the corrective uptrend for short period of time to the upside. So whenever price come close to the lower trend line, then look for up rather than looking for the bigger move to the downside, yeah, so that you can keep yourself within the trend. Okay, but we can see this uptrend is about to end. This uptrend is about to end, so it can fall at any time. All right, guys. Any questions? Yeah, no question. So this video will be there on YouTube, guys. If you want to to catch up, just go there and watch over there, yeah. And if you, all right, I'll update over there, yeah. I will let you know once I'll finish that stuff. Okay, guys, thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much for being with me, yeah. And see you again into the group, yeah. So you guys are doing well. Some of you guys, those who are new, just focus this stuff I have shared with you, go to that stuff, yeah. So some of you guys are experienced there. Those, like Morgan, John, Michael, yeah. Now you guys are experienced guys, yeah. You can, Marco. So these guys are doing well. You are amazing, yeah. So you guys are now fully experienced how to read these kind of stuff, okay. So thank you very much, guys. Good luck to you, yeah. So share your thoughts there so that those who are new, they can learn how you guys do that, okay. So this thing's gonna help our new friends, all right. So those who are new, please try to share your thoughts as well, okay. So you're gonna learn rather than just staying out and looking at this stuff for the experience, guys, okay. So try to share your thoughts as well. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, thank you very much, Bentley. Thank you. I wasn't aware about your name because I can see it was saying just user. So I was looking over there that and thinking that you haven't joined yet. But thank you very much for being with us. Yeah, we welcome you again back into the room. Okay. Thank you, mate. Thank you very much, Bentley. Thank you, guys. Thank you.